Okay, today we're going to show you how to put a strip light vertical into a cabinet, similar to what we have over here. We've got a strip light there. I'm going to show you an easy way to do it. So the first thing to do is obviously click on the cabinet. We need to know the size of the cabinet. It's 2.1 and we know that it's sitting 100mm on the kick plate. So how are we going to go ahead and put a light in here? So we're going to come up here to under Tools. We're going to go to Edit Lights. Under Edit Lights, this is where our cupboard is. So this is the cupboard that we're going to work with. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hit on the Add Linear Light and I'm going to place it and I'm just going to drag it and click. Once I right click and I come up here and I go back to my select tool, I can now select this light. This is how we can set up the light, so our custom light. So what I'm going to do is intensity, I know for this we're normally going to have it around about 19, 14, 19, something like that. Over here I want only a 5mm strip light. I don't need it any more than that, and at the moment I'm just going to leave the height like that. Now what we are going to need to do is we're going to need to measure the distance of this linear light. So the way to do that is we're going to come up here to Edit Shape, which yes, you can do like a rope light, you can make shapes, you can do all those sort of things. But for this purpose, we want to actually make it so that we know what the length of our strip light is going to be. So over here, I'm going to type in 2.1, so 2100. I'm then going to minus the 16mm at the bottom and 16mm at the top. So we're going to minus 32 and I'm going to press enter, giving us 2068. Now that is going to be the length of our strip light. I'm going to say OK and OK and close that. So what will happen is you'll see that we've got a strip light floating in midair, which is fine. We can click on the strip light. Once you've clicked on the strip light, just double check that you are on the strip light. It'll give you the information over here. And we're going to have all the relevant information we need. Down here, you're going to see that we've got the height. But what we want to do is we want to do a direction of this light. So we're going to come over here. And on the direction, you'll see if I move it 90 degrees, it's going to have moved it now. If I move it out, you'll see it's moved it down 90 degrees. Okay. Now the problem that we've got is at the moment, because it's sort of upside down, what happens is it's going to give us the wrong dimension from the floor. So what you could try and do is you can try and do a 180, but then it's just going to stick up in the air. So what we're going to do is we're going to leave it at 90. Okay? And what we could try and do is we can go to our move tool over here, and if you didn't want to calculate that way but you need this to be completely rotated, if you click on this and you can see which way around, that's just going to spin it. Okay? This one is going to turn it, so we're going to do it all the way around like that. Now when I go to properties, okay, what it's going to give me now is you'll see that the height, our Z, I want to make that 116. Okay, and all I'm going to do now is with 116, I'm going to move this over to my cupboard. I know that if I zoom in, the height is going to be perfect. Okay, so what I want to do now is we want to move. So I'm going to go to displacement. I want to move this, that's 16mm. So I actually want to move this 5mm. Let's do it 16, just so that you can see. And if you come up here, you'll see that I can just literally go to the green minus, and I've now got it exactly 16 onto that board. But we want it recessed slightly, so what I'm going to do is, it's a 5mm, so I'm going to move it 2mm back into the panel. Now I want to move it in this direction, and all I'm going to do is I want it to be 70mm inside, like that. And now I've got a strip light exactly from the base panel to the top panel. If I go back to properties, all my properties are there. I can still change the color of the light if I want to, so I can give it maybe a little bit of a hue. I can change the intensity of the light. I can change the thickness of the light. It's under a layer called lights. So if you go across and you open your layers and you go to lights, you can actually turn them off so you don't see them and turn them back on again. And that's how you add a strip light vertical. So you could do that in any area. If you're making different types of walls, slat walls, things like that, you can put your lights in. The other option that you've also got is if you're going to be doing that, if you're going to be doing like a slat wall and you're going to put a light in, you can also array your lights to make your lights actually go across the area as well if you want to. If you're interested in that, I can make a video on that as well. So I hope that helps. Just something new for you to have a look at.